Hello everyone, how are you? Hey, the what happened on Friday Night SmackDown, the main event for October the 28th. The last SmackDown main event for the month of October. A main event this week, Prime Alexander. Primetime Alexander. I like that new nickname of his. He took on NXT's Vern Yeager, the guy the Great Khali trained. Terrible match. Cedric Alexander did whatever he could to make the match exciting. But you're fighting Vern Yeager. There ain't gonna be an exciting match. Cedric Alexander won by disqualification. The other match was Dana Brooke, your 24/7 champion, who has never hardly defends that title at all anymore. And I notice now on Raw and SmackDown, they don't have her getting chased around backstage and that. So, if they're not going to do anything with the 24/7 title, just get rid of the title. Why have her still be champion? Doesn't make no sense, right? Anyway, she took on NXT's Aurora James. Aurora James just kicked Dana Brooke's ass all match, folks. Then Dana Brooke did her famous cartwheel forearm in the corner, followed up by a bulldog, and then won the match with a cartwheel neckbreaker. That was cool. After the match, she helped up James, and James just smoked her with a vicious forearm. So I guess on main event, they're going to have that match rivalry continue, which is pretty cool. Also, there was a backstage segment of R-Truth telling Shelton Benjamin, you gotta get serious. And it's funny because R-Truth's always been the guy who's always joking around, all that, but with Shelton Benjamin, he's telling Benjamin, you gotta get serious. Like, look at me, I'm serious. You know, he's not, he messes around, goofs around, it's funny. So it looks like they're gonna still lead this tag team to happen and gonna keep going on with that, with the promos and the segments for a few more weeks, looks like. Now on to SmackDown. SmackDown started off great, like it always does with a match. Sami Zayn and Solo Uso took on Ridge Holland and Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne and Pete Dunne and Sami started the match off. Sami got isolated in the corner, and man, did Ridge Holland and Pete Dunne just work on him. Scoop slam. Both of them stretched out his arms, then both of them jumped down on the knees on his arms. Just destroyed Sami Zayn. Sami had to go outside the ring. Pete Dunne hit a running knee to the outside, knocking down Sami. Then Solo Uso grabbed hold of Pete Dunne, delivered a rock bottom on the ring apron edge to get the offense. Back in the ring, Pete Dunne did not see Solo make the tag, and he turned around and Solo almost decapitated him with a vicious clothesline, JBL style. The isolated Pete Dunne worked on him. Ridge Holland finally got tagged in, hit 3 back-to-back running shoulder tackles on Solo. He hit one on Sami Zayn. He delivered a fallaway slam into a power slam combo on Solo. Solo quickly took him down with a super kick, Samoan drop combo. Both guys exchanged headbutts. That was a cool sequence there. Sami Zayn tagged back in. Pete Dunne got back in. Pete Dunne both times countered Sami Zayn's blue thunderbomb attempt. Sami delivered the overhead suplex in the corner. Went for the Allure kick. Pete Dunne moved out of the way. Knocked down Sami. Went up at the top rope. And then Solo tried to knock him off. Pete Dunne took care of him. Jimmy Uso got up. Referee didn't see it. Pete Dunne took care of him. And Sami was waiting for Pete Dunne to do the top rope moonsault or something he was going to do so he can probably reverse it or something. But Jay pulled Sami out of the ring on purpose, saying, I saved your ass. And Sami's like, no, man, I had him. They argued. Ridge Holland came out of nowhere and a running shoulder tackle, knocking down the Usos and Solo. Sami got back in the ring. Pete Dunne won it with an inside cradle. So next week at Crown Jewel, the Usos will defend the SmackDown and Raw tag team titles against Ridge Holland and Pete Dunne again. I hope to God they lose those belts, but I don't think that's going to be against Ridge Holland and Pete Dunne because New Day have been saying that they're going to be the ones to take out the Usos and they want a shot at the titles. I don't want to see the New Day versus the Usos again. Don't get me wrong, it'll be a great match, but we've seen it like hundreds of times already. Have some other tag team beat the Usos for the belts. Speaking of the New Day, they had a match against the male models of Mason Mansoor. Squash match, terrible. Mason Mansoor is basically just jobbers. New Day quickly won at midnight hour. Hit Row and the mystery partner took on Del Fantasma in a 6-man tag. It was not Diego Dawkins. I got that wrong. It was Sensei Nakamura. Before the bell rang, this was funny. Hit Row Nakamura running down the ramp into the ring, right? Nakamura slides in the ring, but he has not enough momentum speed going, so he kind of stops midway. Then you can kind of see him like crawl his way back in the rest of the ring. That was funny. They just kicked out Phantasmo's ass. Even before the bell rang, they were all over them. Even DFAB, she got in, hit a bicycle kick on back, and finally the bell rang. Nakamura delivered like 5 kick strikes to Escobar. Joaquin Wild tagged in. He got delivered kick strikes by Nakamura, like 5 or 6 to him. Nakamura was on fire with those kick strikes. Then Top Dollar tagged in, did his famous double team wasteland maneuver on Joaquin Wild and the other guy. Then Santo Escobar just stood there, let him jump off the top rope with a X handle to the face. Then Top Dollar pinned him for the 1-2-3. Fast match. And Adonis, the other guy hit Row, he did his one move. This time was a monkey flip. That's all he did. What ticks me off is Del Fantasma. Last week they're talking about how they're going to run SmackDown, right? They're going to dominate the show. They have lost every match they've been in since they've debuted this month. That's not a good way to show that they're going to be a dominant force on SmackDown. Open challenge for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Ronda Rousey came out. Guess who the challenger was? It was the returning Emma. And not the goofy dancing Emma with the blonde hair that came out and it was Santino Morello's girlfriend crush. This was the badass Emma with the dark hair, the shades, the bright red lipstick. I'll come in, kick your ass, win. That kind of Emma. That's the Emma I wanted to see. That when she came out, I was excited for her return. I'm a big fan of her. The bell rang. Ronda Rousey way too early with a Piper's Pit. Emma reversed it. Running clothesline in the corner. 2 of them back to back. Had a running shoulder tackle. She did a top rope cross body. Ronda Rousey finally got the offense going with a knee to the gut. A kick to the midsection. Followed up by back-to-back object takedowns. And Emma applied Tajiri-style transfer on the ropes. That was cool to see. Ronda Rousey, at one point, she got Emma kind of like in a headlock. And it just drove her knee to her top of her head like 4 or 5 times outside the ring. That was nasty. Emma almost won the match of a wheelbarrow neckbreaker move. But Ronda Rousey kicked out. She applied the ankle lock. Emma got free of that. So Ronda Rousey hit the object takedown, Piper's Pit, armbar submission. Match over. Ronda Rousey kept her title. After the match backstage, Natalya approached her and said, I accepted the challenge. I will beat you for that title. Suddenly, Shayna Baszler from behind laid out Natalya, choked her out. Looks like they're still going to tease Ronda Rousey and Natalya becoming a tag team. That'd be awesome. See them become a tag team and win this tag team titles. That'd be awesome to see. Let me know below in the comment section if you're gonna be excited to see Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler as a tag team like I am. The last match to talk about was the main event match. Karrion Kross against Riddick Moss. I don't know why the hell they put Karrion Kross in the main event. That was just a dumb move. Riddick Moss did the best he could to make the match look good, but you're fighting Karrion Kross. And holy shit, folks, Karrion Kross did the move. That was not the forearm to the back of the head or the back body drop or the sleeper hold. Or the clothesline. Only 4 moves he knows. He did a big boot and a couple punches. Like, holy shit, he knows how to do those. The basically, that's all he did all match was a couple punches, a big boot, and then he did his signature maneuvers. Riddick Moss hit 3 running shoulder tackles, a fallaway slam, a spine buster. Karrion Kross won it by pinfall with the forearm from behind to the back of the head. After the match, he applied the sleeper hold and talked trash about beating Drew McIntyre's ass at Crown Jewel next week. Drew McIntyre did not come out to save Riddick Moss, folks, because Drew McIntyre was Sheamus' best man at Sheamus' wedding. Sheamus got married this week. Him and Drew McIntyre are good friends outside of wrestling, so Drew McIntyre was there in the wedding as best man. Rusev was there. Lana was there. Now, Becky Lynch was there as well. I did not see Seth Rollins, no, but I did see Becky Lynch there. That's it for the SmackDown matches. Definitely check out the opening match with Sami Zayn and Solo against Ridge Holland and Pete Dunne. To me, that was match of the night. The SmackDown Women's Championship match between Ronda Rousey and Emma's good to watch. The other matches, nothing very exciting to happen. Next week's SmackDown is pre-taped already because a lot of that talent's traveled to Saudi Arabia. So next week's SmackDown, basically already the matches have been announced. Ricochet versus LA Knight. This match came about after a backstage segment on SmackDown. Liv Morgan will face Sonya Deville in a rematch from last week. And this time, no disqualification. That's going to be cool. Shayna Baszler will face Natalya one-on-one after the altercation backstage that occurred. Rey Mysterio will face Walter for the Intercontinental Championship. That match is being booked as the main event. And the other match announced for next week's SmackDown is Braun Strowman beats 5 nobodies, jobbers, in a 5-on-1 handicap match. That's about it. Not very exciting about that match at all. There you have it, folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.